So I wanted to change my shape. I was a size 10. I was exercising quite regularly, running, cycling, but I just didn't like my shape. I wanted to be curvier, leaner, and just tone up more. So the one fear I did have about starting the classes was that I would just get bored and not stick at it and just make excuses not to go, like usually happens with me in classes. But the opposite happened with these classes. From the very beginning, I was hooked.
Get back into kettlebells. I stay because the classes are fun and everybody seems to be enjoying themselves, and I'm keeping going and coming back because I want to get fitter and stronger and feel good about life. After the 6 weeks I decided to set up for the membership. It's been full on and amazing. Everybody has commented on the change in my body shape. I feel fantastic. My energy levels have gone through the roof.
Okay, so how did I end up here? Well, I was preparing for a girls' trip away and I knew the bikini was going to have to come out. I had consistently been running for 3 or 4 years, long distances, including marathons, and around the end of last year I stopped running, but I continued to eat as if I was still running. And I had a bit of a wake-up call when one day I thought I'd kind of shift a little bit of the Christmas weight, jumped on the scales thinking things would be a little bit better, and I was a full stone heavier than I thought I was going to be, even at my worst moment. So I knew I had to do something. I had seen some of Lisa's stuff on social media and I decided to give it a try.
And Lisa is such a wealth of information, so you feel like you just never get bored, and she talks you through every move so that you understand how they work, and not even just how they work, why you're doing it and what muscles you're working. So I feel like I've kind of understand exercise more now than ever, and I feel so much better for it.
I tried out the initial 2-hour kettlebell trial session just to really get to grips with it. I loved it. Actually, I was a little bit terrified. I had realised in my running that maybe strength was something that I was missing from my training. The running was great, but actually I wasn't really the shape that I wanted to be, and I knew that if I wanted to improve my running, I really needed to actually build some strength. So the kettlebells looked like the option to help me to build up the strength, and Lisa was brilliant. She talked you through all of the form, really important to get it all right, really supportive and good fun as well.
I'm in better shape now than what I ever was, and training with the kettlebells has just transformed my muscles and allowed me to push myself more and really surprise myself at how strong I am.
Came here and the first time I thought it was fantastic because I'm not a big lover of exercise, and you make it so easy, even though it's hard enough, you make it enjoyable, and I find it's good for my mind because I feel great mentally whenever I leave the class. So yeah, it's fantastic. It's the best one I've been to, so yeah.
I have joined into the classes. I've learned a lot of the kettlebell moves, which I'm really loving. I bought some kettlebells and I'm able to do some of the stuff at home. But the other part of the equation for me really was the eating and the nutrition. So I signed up for Lisa's 28-day body challenge. Now, it was tough, I'm not gonna lie, but it gave me a full program. It was completely worked through. The food that Lisa has worked through with recipes is really tasty, which is really important to me, I'm a foodie. So it was fantastic, and there was all the exercises and stuff worked in as well. I was able to come and do some of the classes, and I was able to do that at home as well. And my goodness, the changes I was able to see over that period of sort of 4 or 5 weeks. I lost a stone in weight, which was brilliant because that was getting me back to where I had hoped I was going to be when I jumped on the scales after Christmas. But more than that, I could really see my shape changing. The upper floor of my belly was starting to disappear. My shoulders and arms were starting to get a little bit leaner. My arms were getting more toned. My bum was getting a little bit tighter. So all was really good. And I've been absolutely loving my journey with that.
But I actually feel stronger. I look good in the clothes I have already, and it's made me just want to try harder. Because of the way Lisa teaches the classes, I now feel confident to do workouts at home without knowing that I will not injure myself, and I will keep this going because I just love it so much.